the idea of a pay-to-play fee system of a couple $1,000s per year to help budget for the season. What are your thoughts on this idea?
I'm sorry, can we redo that? Ethan walked by.
Henderson Dining Hall has announced that they would be implementing some budget changes effective in fall of the 2025 school year. These changes would include removing less popular simply to-go options, as well as some stations within the dining hall, such as simple servings and the grill. What do you think of these changes?
I kind of agree with it because there's a lot of things that, like items at Simply that people don't usually get, and it's just laying there for like a couple weeks, and still people never get it. So I like that option.
About the grill?
The grill's really good. I love that stuff.
They're removing it.
Why? Why?
They're removing it.
I don't like that. Don't like that.
You said if I told you those all lie.
Is it?
I don't know. Yeah, that was a lot.
Because of recent budget issues, the University of Findlay will be making access to the community center and athletic courts a paid service in fall of 2025, with a basic membership being $25 a month. What are your thoughts on this?
I'd say I'm pretty disappointed. I think, personally, being a student here, I think we should have access to this for free. Considering we're paying a pretty heavy price for tuition and a lot of other things, I think it's more than right to make that free access for students.
I think that is a very, very fair take. Do you think that if they lowered the price, that'd be any more reasonable? Or,
I mean, I'd consider paying for that then, but I still think it's just morally wrong just to charge students for something where they're paying for all access to facilities like this. So I think it's just kind of it would be very disappointing still.
all right. Well,
Thank you for doing this interview with us.
No problem.
So, what we're doing is we're covering local Findlay news, and we want to spread to students and get their thoughts on it. Just to get an idea of what the student body will feel about the changes coming to Findlay. So, the reports of the Findlay administration is setting a 10 o'clock curfew during the week, an 11 o'clock curfew during the weekends for the 2025-2026 academic year. How do you feel about this as a student that's likes to be around on the weekends and during the week?
So 10 a.m. in the mornings, we just have to be at classes and stuff by then?
No. It's a curfew for 10 p.m. on during the day. So during the night. Sorry. So you can't be out walking around campus after 10 p.m. during the week. And 11 p.m.
Oh, that's not gonna fly.
Well, why do you think that?
That can't fly. I have Ziggy's on Thursday.
What's Ziggy's?
Oh, dollar drinks, dude. Dollar drinks.
What time you said?
Ziggy's, BG. Dollar drinks Thursday.
okay. So recently, in a meeting with the UF Board of Trustees, it was announced that there were plans to raise tuition by 30 to 40% in the 2026 school year. What are your thoughts on that? Do you think there's anything the university can do to justify those price hikes?
With the recent budget cuts, I don't really know because when you cut the budget, I feel like you don't need to raise the tuition. But if they raise the scholarships as well, I feel like it's justified. If you have a high enough GPA and you get more scholarships, I feel like you should be able to pay it off in the same percentage, as long as the percentage of your scholarship is the same as your tuition. But if that doesn't happen, I don't feel like that's justified.
I think that's a very, very fair take.
All right. Recently, UF Athletics announced a host of sweeping changes to sports funding and introduced the idea of a pay-to-play fee system of a couple $1,000s per year to help budget for the season. What are your thoughts on this idea?
I don't want to pay to keep playing, so I don't love that idea, but
Yeah.
I think you can continue with more fundraisers for your team instead of pay to play, in my opinion. But yeah.
Any other thoughts?
No, that's it, I think.
Okay. In a meeting with the UF Board of Trustees, it was recently announced that there was plans to raise tuition fees for the university by 30 to 40%, effective in the 2026-2027 school year. As an already expensive university, how do you think UF could justify these price hikes?
What? Probably adding more classes, I feel like. Adding more classes, more tuition, and maybe give more money to sports teams, justify.
I hear that due to recent budget cuts, that Henderson Dining Hall would be limiting or reducing their hours of operation throughout the day. The new hours would be 7:30 to 9:30, 11:30 to 1, and 5 to 7:30 on weekdays, and 11:30 to 12:30 and 4:30 to 6 on the weekends. What do you think about these changes?
I mean, I'm okay with it. I mean, I'm not really a big breakfast guy or lunch guy. I was more worried about the dinner. I'm still happy that they're open until 7:30. With me being in soccer, it still works out.
Right.